disagree. How many times I wanna be's gonna lie?
Sway in the morning, Shade 45. You know, today is the 13th, right? And you know a lot of people. Isn't it the 13th?
Yep.
Okay, the 13th.
Valentine's Eve.
Valentine's Eve, DB. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and you know Tracy reminded me about it this week about Valentine's Day, and I thought it'd be cool to do something cool, and I decided there's a lot of folks out there that won't have Valentine's to celebrate this day. Yeah, and DB, you're one of them, right? Or you got a Valentine this year?
Yeah.
He doesn't. Mike Muse, I know, doesn't. He's too selfish. Wonder,
Shots fired.
You got a Valentine's one?
No.
Wonder doesn't have one. I know Heather got a built-in one.
Of course I do. I have a whole combine.
All right. Well, look, what I wanted to do is invite a special matchmaker, Eileen Fisher. She's going to talk about love, relationships, and Valentines. She's a matchmaker and relationship dating expert. She does not believe in dating apps.
Right.
I thought that was interesting. I think you should not use them to meet someone special. She has a few tips for love. So listen, if you're struggling trying to find your perfect match and you've been going through these dating apps and all these apparatuses to help you find your soulmate, she has some great information for you. If you don't have a Valentine's or you want to know how to keep a Valentine's, 888-742-3345. Let's welcome Eileen Fisher to the show.
Thank you, Sway. Hi, everybody.
And she's in the color of love.
I
you
am.
are.
Very on brand.
And I actually don't even like Valentine's Day. What do you think about that?
Why not?
Because I think it's a day that is made up that makes other people feel horrible. It's like, why do you have to have a day that someone has to buy you roses? Why do you have to have a day that someone has to buy you chocolates?
Uh-huh.
And why do you have to have a day to make people feel bad if they don't have somebody?
Yeah.
So I feel that, and then you have these millenniums that are posting, my boyfriend did this for me on Valentine's Day and my husband did this or whatever. And it makes people feel sad.
Uh-huh.
And I try to tell people it's a day. It's like New Year's. Just get through the day.
Get through the day.
That's it. You're not alone, really. You're not.
You like that, Mike?
Just get through the day.
Just get through the day. You agreeing with that?
I absolutely agree.
You agree that the millenniums
you.
be posting them?
Yeah.
Well, they're
They go
switching
hard to
things
pay
up
for that.
now. Like we have Galentine's Day that people
Yeah.
recognize.
Yeah.
I've also been seeing like self-love go pop. So a
Love
lot
it.
of people will just
Love
make it
it.
about yourself.
Well, you should. You should feel good and empower yourself. I tell everyone it's not about, I was just telling Sway, I have a 15-year-old daughter. I tell her she has to empower herself. By the way, she's going to kill me if she hears me saying this on the radio.
That's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
What's her name?
Sydney?
Sydney, what up? I'm Uncle Sway. Sydney, what up? Okay.
And I tell my daughter that a man is an asset. Love yourself first.
Okay. So you do professional matchmaking?
I do.
How does this work? Do someone have to sign up?
Yes.
Do they have to go through an interviewing process?
Of course.
Where do they sign up?
So first, I'm with a company called Elite Connections, who's been in business for many years.
Okay.
I have New York, and the way it works is either word of mouth or you'll see us everywhere. You have to sign a form, and unfortunately for many people, we do charge a nice fee.
Okay.
And if you can afford it, the first thing I always tell everybody is I meet you for a drink or I meet you for a cup of coffee to get to know you. I will only take a client on, and I really only prefer to work for men because I have to get along with you. This is a very private matter, and I have to make sure I feel our energy together because I'm trying to work with your heart.
Okay.
And I got to feel it between the two of us.
Why you gotta feel it? Like, why it has to be a connection with you when you may not be for you to do your job? Or
Good question.
Yeah.
Because I'm out there literally doing like the deli. I'm out there interviewing women, trying to meet women. I could be in a dressing room and I'll be like changing and I'll be like seeing a woman. I'm like, oh my God, are you single? I have a guy for you. It's my job to go out there and find people. Unlike an app, I see what you look like. I can tell if you're lying and saying to me that, you can use every adjective on an app, but you're not going to lie to my face. I mean, you can, but I'll know if you look like, and I'll also know, I'll feel if you're lying. And it's a gift that I'm giving, like your gift of doing this. I can read people.
You can read people. Eileen Fisher is here. What's your social media? Because there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be looking for matches that want to hit you up directly.
It's Heart Match Me, and then if not, you can reach me at Elite Connections.
Okay, Heart Match Me. Give me an example. Say for DB, for example, came and he was looking to make a match. Can you do a kind of a mock interview real quick?
So tell me about yourself. Tell me what's important to you.
Number one, my mom, taking care of her and making sure she's good. After that, I'm an only child. I don't have any siblings, so I kind of, I'm left to my own devices, and I just, I'm into music, collecting records. I'm a huge movie buff, so I'm always at the theater checking out flicks. I do movie stuff here on the show, and just I'm also very. I won't even lie. I'm an introvert. I don't socialize much unless I really have to. Like I'm here on the show, I talk to people. But if I don't have to be out, then I prefer to kind of just, chill on my own and not really, mix it up with people a lot.
So you're the perfect matchmaker person for me to client. So because I would get you out of the house. But tell me what you don't like in a woman.
Materialism. People who treat. Let's say we go to dinner and she talks to like a waiter or waitress as if they're below her. You know what I mean? Like I want somebody who.
That's funny. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You know how I interview a woman? You're going to love this. Every woman that I interview, I make them come to my apartment building. And if they're rude to my doorman and I have a sign to each other. Because I feel if you're rude to a doorman, you're going to be damn rude to my client eventually.
You got a doorman?
You want to come over?
Hey, hello. And match made. She's good. All right, but go ahead.
Yeah, so that's a big quality. And one thing that I know you said don't like, but one thing that really interests me, or that is like a
go
quick,
through your don'ts first.
Okay,
stick
so
with your don'ts.
Okay, so being rude to any kind of like a person in customer service or like waiting staff or anything like that. People who don't necessarily value truth and honesty in people. You know what I mean? Because I like to get along with people in a natural connection. I don't look for what you can do for me or what kind of opportunity can I get from you. Just be real with me, and that's what I respect.
Do you drink?
Yes.
A lot?
Yes.
Okay.
Not like a problem, but I mean, I didn't wake up this morning and have Hennessy or anything like that.
Do you work out?
Not at all.
Okay.
My health is like.
Where do you live?
Harlem, 125th.
Okay, so I can talk to you much longer, but the first type of person I would look for you for, especially that you're an only child and you're very close to your mother, is someone who can give you an awful lot of attention, but is busy enough to understand your relationship with your mother. And also someone who can say to you, hey, let's go to a movie, but let's go out afterwards and let's go out for dinner. Trying to get you out of your set way.
The normal routine.
Yes, I would try to get that. But someone who you actually need someone since when I'm listening to you, you need somebody to, I'm a toucher, so sorry, you're like next to me. Someone who would tell you, everything is good today, you're having a good day. So that's the first type of person I would look for you for.
Okay.
All right. That's pretty damn good. Eileen Fisher is here. Mike, you like her assessment? I thought that was pretty damn good.
I think she did a really great job.
I thought so too,
I was
right?
really impressed with her.
Okay, so we're
she
gonna
asked some really good questions.
Thank you.
You're
okay,
welcome.
I want to open up the phone lines, and there's folks who are in our citizenship. Eileen, as you know, we broadcast nationwide, also places like Canada and foreign places. We've got calls from the Philippines. So anybody is looking for that perfect match, go through the process. 888-742-3345. Sway the Morning Shade for 5. Eileen Fisher is here. You can find her on social media. She's a professional matchmaker at Heart Match Me. Heart Match Me. Now, you mentioned a cost that comes with this. What's the target demographic for you guys? With elite connections.
There's really my demographic is in Manhattan.
Okay.
The prices don't like to say as much. They're costly. They very much are. It's a lot of work and a hard work.
Guess I ain't finding love.
Why does it cost so much?
I would do it for you.
But why does it cost so much? What's your success rate?
I knew you were eventually going to say that. So that question always comes up. A success rate to me isn't only if they ended up married. It means when a guy signs a contract with me, he's happier with my picks than his picks.
Okay. And
that he feels he's a different person. And I opened his heart up to meeting different people. I have an older gentleman who was dating 30-year-olds, and he's 72. Gross, right, ladies? Gross. And when he first signed up for me, he said, "This is what I want." I go, I don't take it on. Now he's living with the woman, and she's 68, and he's 75, and they're happily together. If you would have asked him if that ever would have happened, he would have said, "No way." So for me, it's about that. Like, I have the greatest 50-year-old Italian guy right now, and I can't find him somebody.
What does he want? Like, do they?
He wants true love. He wants to get away from this texting stuff. You know, he wants to communicate. And women are the ones with the checklist, and they're harder.
You sent him out with any black women yet? Not yet, right?
No.
Why not?
I would if he said okay. No, I have no problem with that.
Maybe that's what he needs and doesn't realize. He need a black woman.
Some Italian men like chocolate.
She'll communicate.
Really? We need to find someone then. So one came to me. I thought, no, actually, I did. One came to me and she told me she did something else, and then I checked her license and she was a stripper. So
Yeah,
I can't.
that's
I can't.
exactly what he
Never
needs.
left.
Yeah, that's what he needs. Hook him up.
Hook 'em up.
She's good with money.
Eileen, since you like, the initial interviews with the guys to feel as if like, okay, this might be a date. Have you ever fallen for a guy that was a potential client since you get so deep so quickly and you may actually like their personality?
You are brilliant, that question. Honestly, no, seriously. It's a very great question. I think once there was a gentleman that I was attracted to, but I think that the reason it was attraction is because I felt super safe with him and super secure, and I knew he was such a great guy. And I think that's the only thing. Meanwhile, I got him married. So there, I did something right.
But did you hit it before you got married?
I'm married.
I'm sorry, my bad. My bad.
Gotta test the goods before we get out.
Right.
Wait, if we had to test all my goods, I would be in big trouble.
That's a real businesswoman.
But your question is great. Honestly, it was a great question because I do feel guys, and I do. My men are handsome.
Right.
And, you want to look at this guy and be like, holy shit, he's a great catch.
Yeah.
And then you want to look at women and say, what the hell is wrong with you? Take this guy, And so, yes.
How do you know the women aren't just excited to be with like a rich dude? Because if a matchmaker is coming to me and all her clients are in Manhattan, I'm going to say everything right just so I can get really hooked up on V-Day.
You want to hear how easy it is? It's how you react after. So, for instance, I call women and they'll come and see me. How fast they react back to my text, back to the guy that I set them up with. And their first question, what does he do for a living? Not tell me. If you heard my first question, it wasn't how much do you make for a living? It was tell me about you. And you can hear how a woman talks. You can hear if a woman says, well, I do this. But when you hear a woman saying, I work hard.
Right.
And I want to work hard. You just got to listen. I'm a hugger. And if a woman, I know people don't always like the hugging. I'm not a handshake girl. So I'm a hugger. You feel if they're going to put a wall up too, I look at that. But there are women a lot that make it a full-time job to find that rich fella.
Mike Muse, you got a question?
Yeah, I do. I'm just curious. Like, do you have a database of women that you go to and that you collect? And like, how do you bring these women?
You would love my phone.
Into the
if
fold?
Let me tell you, if someone ever took my phone, they would be like, holy. I have so many women, but I'm constantly needing women because they're not a match for my client. And I'm constantly building the database.
How do you source?
Through Elite. Women call constantly.
So they're calling to sign up for your service?
Yes. If not, I'm not joking. I mean, I was at a restaurant the other day and the girl was at a bar at the thing doing work. And I said, excuse me, I'm not trying to pick you up. I'm a matchmaker. Going back to what you were saying, you'd be shocked how many women actually call me after I literally approach them that I'm a matchmaker. I have a guy for you. I would say 30% reach back out to me.
Out of the 100%.
Yes.
Can you get your phone? I want to see some of the pictures.
Yeah.
Can I see some of the pictures?
Are you sure you're going to be okay with this?
Let me try it. Let's see. I mean, I'm willing to take a chance. Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Let me see what kind of pictures you got.
You
I want
got
to see
it.
the caliber of woman. And then we're going to take your phone calls, 888-742-3345.
Let me get you here.
Okay. Jeez. Wow. Okay.
Let me get you more.
She's looking for a match?
Yes.
DB is right here. He just told
She gonna hook up DB. Sway, she said she'll
But
do
the biggest
DB.
problem is women. What I do for women, and this you'll love, is that I try to give them hope and chance. I can't be, women like tell me off if I can't set them up. I can't be every woman's savior.
Wow,
And it
yeah.
has to be the right match. So I'll get women saying, I thought you told me you can find me someone. I wish I could. I don't have that many clients, but I can't be your savior. But I do want you to realize there are men out there.
Right.
And don't give up. I take private dance lessons, and I took my dance instructor with 25 single women from 25 to 70 something. to teach them to feel good about themselves, and you're not alone.
All right, we got Natasha on the line from Vegas. Welcome to the show, Natasha.
Hi.
How are you, Natasha? So
I'm good.
we got Eileen here. She's going to ask you a few questions.
Hi, Natasha.
You got to tell her your story. Go ahead, Eileen. You want to do it? Take it from here.
Go ahead.
Natasha, you looking for somebody, right?
Oh, of course, always.
Okay. Well, this is what you do, Eileen.
Yes.
Should I be asking her questions?
Yes, please.
Oh, you want me?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Well, I have a
Okay.
question for Eileen.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to know, like, at what point in your career, or what point in your life did you, like, realize that this was your gift? Like, I know you said you read people, and I feel like I have that ability, too. Like, I read energies, and I can just, right off the bat, I can look at somebody and read them. So at what point did you say, okay, this is my gift, I'm going to go for it, full-time, or my passion in life, or this is what I want to do because I want to help people, because I want to help people, too.
I don't believe that there was a time that I wasn't. I was the type of girl that was in high school and setting people up. I got my college roommate married. I got my brother married. The big difference, Natasha, is that when you do it for a living, it's very different than me saying, hey, Sway, let me set you up with someone. Your heart doesn't get involved. I love what I do so much that I take it to heart that when you're charging someone, it is much harder than you think. And it's a lovely thing what you do for people, and you should continue doing it. But it is much harder than you think when you're actually in the business.
Natasha, thank you for your call. You're a citizen.
That's why in the morning.
We have Rhea from Memphis on the line. Good morning, Rhea. Rhea, how are you?
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
You got to turn your radio down, Rhea.
My radio is down. I'm sorry, I'm in the car.
Okay, great. So you're single?
Yes, I am.
How long you been single?
Ooh, my kids are 10, so 10 years.
You've been single for 10 years. Have you been looking?
I have, but I don't want to deal with the garbage that's out here.
So you can't shift. You can't tell the difference between a good match and a bad match. Are you a mother?
Yes, I am. A single mother of twins.
How old are your twins?
10.
10. Oh, that's what she said. 10-year-old twins. Okay. Okay. What would you like to know from Rhea? Rhea. What would you like to know from Eileen? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What type of man should I be looking for? I mean, because I'm looking for myself and for my children. It's not just me.
Well,
I just don't want to.
Well, the first thing you can't do is say you're looking for your children. It's not somebody's place to take care of your children. They're your children. So that's the first thing you're doing wrong, for sure. The second thing is that I don't know where you're going, but you have to change where you're going to meet somebody. But the key thing that you started to say is it's about your children. There is absolutely what I just said. Nobody who has to be responsible for your children but you. It's nice to have a blended family. But first thing you should start with is caring about yourself and not about looking for someone to take over a place of their father.
Okay, Rhea?
Okay.
Thank you. You're a citizen.
Sway in the
I'm
morning.
going to take a guy real quick. Jeff, what up, Big Jeff? Say what up to Jeff,
Hey.
everybody.
Yes.
Get off your phones. Thanks. Jeff, what up?
This is Jeff from Philly, man.
Go
Hi,
ahead.
Jeff.
First off, Sway, man, I just want to mention you're a legend. You know, I don't listen to Shea 45 often. I don't listen to XM often, but you're a legend, man. You go back a long time.
God bless you, Jeff.
He's better in person.
Oh, shit. Thank you, Eileen. Jeff, I'm just doing this
I
work,
bet.
man. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. You have a question for Eileen?
Yeah, respect the hustle.
Thank you.
Yeah, Eileen, here's my question. Been dating a girl 5 years, just about. I'm 25, and I moved to Chicago to be with her a few years ago because her father said, "Nah, she's not ready to come to Philly, Jeff." And I said, "Okay, I understand that." So I had the resources to pick myself up and go to Chicago, which was great, and I'm grateful for it. About a month ago, I was like, you know what? I'm going to end up at home in Philly regardless, so I'm going to drop everything and go back to Philly and plant my roots at home. And I told her, I said, look, it's irresponsible of me for you to come and join me when you're not established, when you don't have a job set up, so on and so forth, financially speaking. And so now that I've had some time away from her, I'm back in Philly currently, she's hawking me in my ear, Jeff, when am I coming out? Jeff, when am I moving out? And I've had some time away, and I'm like, I just don't know if I even want her to come out.
Stop right there. You don't. Stop right there. You don't want her to come out. Stop questioning it. And your heart is telling you what to do, but your fear of letting her go is what your problem is. First, Jeff, you're way too young for this. Way too young. Enjoy life. Okay? You have no idea what marriage is and what even turning 30 is. Do yourself a favor, get yourself together, empower yourself, become Jeff again, and release her and enjoy yourself, then decide if she's for you or not.
Damn, that's some good-ass advice, man. Jeff, go run with that. Don't even ask no more. Run with that, Jeff. You're a legend, too, in Philly, and you're a citizen.
Chicago, Sway the morning.
Is he from Chicago or Philly?
Well, he was moving back and forth.
Right.
You don't know where
okay,
he at.
Okay, all right, cool, man. Eileen, you're really good at what you do.
And Sway, you're really good at what you do.
Well, thank you very much.
You're sitting there, though. I'm like wandering around waiting for you, so you're much better than me, huh?
Yeah, well, you know.
You going to watch me tomorrow on Good Day New York and say she was sitting next to me?
Absolutely. I'm going to look at you on that screen
What
and say,
time?
aren't
At
we lucky?
9:40 is the hit time.
Yeah,
So
we'll turn it on.
9:48.
We're
I'll
gonna
be
turn it on.
red dress tomorrow, too.
Ow.
Are you gonna shout us out?
You know what? If I can, I will. If I can't, don't let me get in trouble.
You won't. You just they
Those
love
are
us over
over
there.
there.
I'm done.
Who wouldn't? Look at you guys.
Yeah.
Those
Now
are
I
nice.
understood why those people didn't want to leave. I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave.
But you did such an excellent job. So what that means is come back sometime.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be around
Thank
Valentine's
you.
Day.
I would love to. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank
All
you
right.
so much for having me. You all are wonderful.
Thank
Thank
Thanks
you
for
all.
coming.
Thank
Eileen
you.
Love to
Fisher.
you back, Eileen.
You can
Thank
find
you.
her on Twitter and IG at Heart Match Me, and then also you can hit her up at
Elite Connection.
Black